Today we have a new project. I'm going to replace the headliner with this material that I bought. My only concern is it is a little bit thick, but it's got to look better than the headliner hanging way down. So I think step one will simply be pull the trim off so we can get to the headliner, get the headliner out, and see what we got going underneath there. Let's get to work. Some of this stuff is just disintegrating. When I tried to pull this thing off, it just came to pieces. Anyhow. All right, headliner's out. I think it's probably ripped in all the most usual places, at the corners, and where the courtesy light is, where the bolts go through it on the edges. I really think all that's fine, but we do have some delamination of the headliner itself. I don't know if it got broken there at one time. Doesn't really look like it. So yeah, I think probably gonna go ahead and at least look into how hard it'd be to get a new headliner itself. But I think we might just cover this one and see how it turns out. Turns out well, then we'll use it, and you know, if not, then we'll figure something else out. Alright, so get all this extra stuff off by brushing it with a brush. Not trying to tear a hole in it, just trying to knock down the extra stuff that is going to peel off if we tried to hook it up like that. So we'll do a little time lapse. Headliner brushing right about there. Alright, now we got the headliner cleaned up really nicely. I'm using a 3M Premium Auto headliner adhesive. Exceptional strength bonds, automotive fabric to foam headliner material. We'll just assume that's right. And then I'm going to use the fabric that I got from, what's that place called? Joann's. I think roughly we'll have 40 bucks into it if it goes well. So let's lay some material out and see how she fits. I think I'm gonna go iron the piece of material before I put it on, because I don't want the wrinkles being in it when I'm putting it on there. Alright, so this stuff just says simply shake well. We've been doing that for a while. Whole can 4 to 8 inches from the headliner material. 4 to 8 inches from headliner material surfaces. Apply a uniform coat on both surfaces. Multiple overlapping coats may be necessary. So we'll do maybe one way, one the other, something like that. And then it doesn't have any, like, you know, standby time or anything, so I think I'll just coat everything and then we'll roll it on, push it down tight, call it good. All right, here goes nothing. So all in all, I think the gluing procedure went fairly well. If you look on this side, it is very nice, tight fitting. Everything fit well. On this side, it looks like it's loose, but it's actually delaminated in the headliner material itself. We're just gonna put it in, see how it looks. It's definitely gonna look better than it did. Not gonna be looking as good as it can. If the material ends up being great and what we like, I'll probably get the same material again and install it. But as a headliner, I'll just get a fresh backing board for the headliner. So all in all, pretty good so far. I'm gonna let this sit up for another 30 minutes or so, and then I'll flip it. I'm gonna take and spray this edge, and I'm gonna roll it under and glue it to the outside edge. I think that'll make it nice, trim, fit well, and then when I put it in, everything will stay tight and look good for, well, as long as it's gonna look good for. All right, I let that the main side get a good hour dry in. Now I'm gonna roll the edges in and glue them up. All right, well, that last little bit dries up. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the stuff that's still stuck to the ceiling. Hopefully, seems to be working ish. Alright, that stuff didn't come off very good, but if you can See right here, it kind of took a little paint, so we're just let it be. I'll wipe the excess off. I do think I'm going to stick a couple of sound deadeners up on the roof, see if that helps any. Alright, I don't know anything about this stuff. It's just kill mat. Peel it off, stick it on. That's all I really know about it. So that's what we're gonna do. I did get a little roller set to go and roll everything on with. So we'll try that. I'm gonna get the wider roller. I think that's this one might be a little too aggressive. All right, you get the point. I'm gonna do the rest of the top and we'll go from there. All right, progress update. Every corner has now broken the plastic at some point. So I guess we'll be adding those to the list. I already had a feeling I was gonna have to replace them. Both the fronts were already cracked, but they were quite brittle. Anyhow, see if we can get this back corner to halfway go together. All right, last but not least, I'm putting in the visors. And this one, I flipped in there backwards. See, if you try and swing it, it swings down, but it won't swing this way because it's rolled the wrong angle. So it'll just roll into the rooftop. So undo it and start again. There it is in all of its glory. If you can see, there's a little pooch, but that's what I was talking about before. I put that on. The actual backing board is slightly delaminated, so life goes on. Lesson learned, definitely leave that extra bit that they left factory. Cut the hole for the courtesy light a little bit smaller because that kind of overhung a little bit, and then all 4 corner plastics were broken in the making of this video. Well, actually this one was already broke, driver's side was already gone, but everything else popped while making it. So I put what I could back up. I do think it turned out really nice though. You can see the shape of the backing board, everything laid down nice. So, but like right here, that's the backing board partially delaminated. So that's it for this one. We'll I'm thinking here in the near future we're gonna get the 4 pieces of plastic for the corners, find out if those are black plastic painted to match color, or if they're extruded or molded, whatever, however they make it, in the color of the plastic it's supposed to be. If they come in the color of their plastic they're supposed to be, I'm gonna do them back in blue. If they come painted blue but black plastic, I think I'm gonna go black and then just trim it out in black on the top. I think it'll be a nice contrast, match the seat, match the dash, and then yeah, still gotta get the dash put together. We gotta get the carpet replaced, and it'll be a pretty comfortable going to town rig. We'll see you next time.